Well, friends, the problem with the last panelist is most of the points which you want to say are already spoken about. But I'll speak it from a different angle, from the psychology of a manufacturer, because I happen to be a manufacturer and also been associated with a lot of associations with the manufacturing units. One of the things is a psychological inertia to invest. I think that is what the psychology is. But that can be only overcome with the entrepreneurs by making them aware of the cost savings that they will make. It's not just the investment. If you tell them spend on this, they won't spend. But if you kind of probably show that this is how you can save in the long run and improve your bottom line, I think that is one of the things which will sell. The other thing I've found is the cluster approach is always the best way to deal with the MSMEs. Be it in terms of negotiation for finance. We had a meeting, of a group of industries coming together in Howrah, where we are setting up a foundry park. Went to Punjab National Bank, got the top people from Delhi to fly down to Calcutta and negotiate and bargain with them, and they have agreed that whatever units are set up here will get a special rate from us and a priority in handling. So I think that is also one thing which can help. A common testing facility, in whatever form. And then a pilot project. I mean, this is what we are also trying to promote over there, is try to identify what equipments are best suited for the kind of productions that we want. And once we have identified that, I mean, whether through government financing support or whatever, to bring about a pilot plant so that people can not only just see and identify that this is the best equipment for the job, and also use it for training their employees over there in a central training platform. I think that we must focus on. I think without a rating, I mean, what normally people try to say is, why should I invest when the others are not investing, and that will be a disadvantage in my costing, But then if you are given a rating, a simple example is like the kite mark which you use in your branded products, or a UL certification in the US. I mean, if you carry that, your product has a premium. You can sell at a premium. So similarly, if you are able to convince, and then this product, this rating product, the brand, EE, whatever, energy efficient, whatever brand we build should be built in a forum like Terry or whatever, and projected, through marketing, that if you buy products which are EE rated, fetch or do a saving for the nation. So you are doing a yeoman service to the nation. I think that kind of a feeling has to be brought in, and then that brand can be actually promoted, and the rating, then people will pursue the rating. And if they have to pursue the rating, they will have to get themselves, accredited for that. And once you get yourself accredited, you will, of course, improve your equipments, your process. The other thing that we find is maybe the entrepreneurs are educated. We come to forums like this, we get educated. What about those down the line? The supervisors, the managers. I had raised this point yesterday also. It's, for me, if I send my best supervisor for a training, within a week he's taken by some other person because he's out in the open. So I try to protect the person. It's psychology, as a small manufacturer. So what do I do? How do I get this? So there has to be some kind of a forum by which these trainings are conducted in-house at a decent price, wherein at all levels, this energy efficiency is drilled into the brains. In fact, why don't we target institutions, the colleges? I mean, start telling all these young graduates who are coming out to be energy efficient. Then that psychology works. You see how it works in China. They just don't go to the industrialists. People who have crossed 50s, 60s have less learning and retention power than those who are in their 20s. So catch them young. So have specialized training programs on energy efficiency, and it should be a mandate given by the government or the HRD, whatever, is that at all levels of education, energy efficiency should be drilled in the brains of the children. Then, my friends, basically fuel efficiency we spoke about. The less said, the better, because I'm just giving an example from the foundry industry, which I belong to. This raw material, I mean, like for example, a pig iron has certain specifications. We need the silicon, phosphorus, or manganese to be at certain levels. If it is not, you have to add alloys separately to make them come to that balancing power. Let me tell you, if the raw material itself was perfect, the amount of alloys to be used would have been much less. But we waste a lot of these alloys by adding separately in thousands of these foundries which are trying to balance, and ferroalloys are the highest inefficient. I mean, I would say they consume a lot of energy, and we could do a lot of saving for the nation. This is just a simple example, but what I mean is some kind of strictures, some kind of awareness creation. We cannot dictate these big people who are making raw materials, but at least if awareness is created enough in the minds, it'll help. And then, of course, we spoke about the banking and the interest rates and the common negotiation. But friends, I would again emphasize that whatever we do, we have to do collectively. We should work in cluster basis. And I think Samiksha, that awareness thing, I mean, as I think Mr. Bhardwaj raised a very valid point, is let's work as partners and not be kind of something thrust on us or forced on us. And this can be done in a very collective manner. I thought these were some of the few suggestions that I could give. Thank you.